Ruto was paid to support Uhuru. Not my words. Those are remarks made by Raphael Tuju, Cabinet Secretary. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this analysis. Politics is a game of numbers, and everything happening in politics is usually well thought out and calculated to achieve a predetermined end. And mostly, it's about numbers and numbers all the time. Yesterday, CS Raphael Tuju sensationally claimed that Ruto was paid to support Uhuru. This coming just 12 days to election is huge and obviously calculated to achieve some certain goals. Whether true or false that he was paid, the big question you should ask yourself is why are we hearing about this now? We are going to talk about this in today's analysis of the third eye. But before that, I want to take this opportunity to ask you to subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so. And for those who are already my subscribers, thank you so much. I have traveled this far in 3 weeks because you believed in me. 3 weeks, you're already heading to 300 subscribers. Thank you so much. Stay on this channel. It is getting hot and hotter every day. Ladies and gentlemen, let's look at the big question, why now? In answering this, I'm going to look at various recent political happenings that are related, although they look isolated and unrelated. So stay put and don't move. And above all, subscribe, like, and share this story together with the others that we have on this channel. Number one, let's look at the Uhuru factor and the succession politics. In all this saga, I see Uhuru's hand, and by extension, that of the deep state. If you have seen the sustained 2 days attack on Ruto in Naivasha from Uhuru, coming days after the debate, then you will understand why I see Uhuru's hand in all this. If you look at those clips together with Matiang'i coming out to point out Ruto's lies in the debate about the purported withdrawal of corps from the Kerio Valley, then add what Tuju sensationally claimed, then a clear picture starts to emerge. Uhuru is finally coming out in a multi-pronged attack of his deputy. This is a well-choreographed attack and very well coordinated. And I am afraid Ruto might not survive the attacks. The president has taken the cue from his deputy and has decided enough is enough. He has decided to tell his side of the story too, just like the deputy has been doing. And he is spilling beans, lots and lots of beans. And he isn't alone. He has co-opted his cabinet secretaries in the fight. He's helped by his Matiang'i and Raphael Tuju, to name but a few. If they are not in the campaigns attacking Ruto, they are in the back rooms plotting and planning, scheming, or they're in the driveways like Matiang'i refuting Ruto's claims that he made somewhere in the campaigns or in the debate or elsewhere, or they're in the TV stations spilling beans against Ruto. Uhuru is determined, from the look of things, not to hand over power to Ruto by all means possible. And the deep state being behind him, I doubt anyone, any individual, can survive an onslaught like that. And so, having already established that uh, this is not a Tuju affair, but a state affair, now let's establish the ends and the means of these attacks. Let's start by the Tuju remarks. Tuju's remarks are not a coincidence or something he just blurted out recklessly. Tuju is an attack dog. He was sent by his master Uhuru Kenyatta. Why am I saying this? In his Naivasha trip, Uhuru went out to portray his deputy as a perennial liar and two-faced individual that Kenyans should never trust. He went out to point incidences. In fact, he told him, mimi sina ulimi mbili kama nyoka. I don't say one thing in Naivasha and say a completely different and opposing thing in Mombasa. The president went on. He called him a master of doublespeak and a hypocrite. He ended up by telling Kenyans to vote for Raila. On the same day the president was saying this, Matiang'i, while addressing journalists, he was telling them how Ruto is a big liar and a pretender, um, about the police being withdrawn from Kerio Valley. Rather, it was what Tuju said that caught the ears of many, and this could be the knockout blow to Ruto. The Citizen TV interview uh, that was done yesterday uh, uh, by Jeff Koinange, Raphael Tuju sensationally claimed that Ruto was paid by the Uhuru campaign team in 2013 to support President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. When he was asked whether this was true and why he was telling Kenyans now, Tuju answered that Kenyans needed to know and also wondered, knowing, quote unquote, knowing Ruto's character, why one would find that unbelievable. He said Ruto had no character to be injured. Something I found funny. I'm told the interview, for some reason, has been pulled down by Citizen, but you can still get it because Kenyans had already recorded it and it's online. For me, what caught my eye is not the fact that Ruto was paid, uh, but what Tuju said after saying these things. And this is what he said. Number one, Ruto was paid billions of money. He did not specify how much, he just said billions of money. And also by cabinet positions that were allocated to him. And he specifically said Ruto demanded for them. And these cabinet appointments were treasury, agriculture, just to name a few. And these were key cabinet secretaries. Number two, Tuju said he cannot imagine Ruto leading this country. It will be a disaster. In his own words, he said. Number three, Ruto's character is a shame to this country. Number 4, that he has counted over 29 improprieties committed by Ruto in various ministries that he controlled using his henchmen that he appointed after he was given these cabinet positions. Number 5, Tuju said, Ruto twisted and controlled Uhuru severally using some of his henchmen that even extended to parliament because he had the numbers and the speakers too were under his beck and call. Number 6, and the last one, Tuju said it was better for the president to work with an honest Raila who, according to Tuju, had not asked the president for anything, rather than to work with a blackmailing deputy president, William Samoei Ruto. These are very serious allegations and very damning. But the question that lingers on is, why now? These are very weighty allegations coming 12 days to a general election and are meant to sway the ballot uh, direction. It is a battle for the undecided. That is my take. This is a battle for the undecided. And from what I'm seeing with all his machinations and bravado, Ruto will be no match for this war. So, in answering this question, why now? I'm looking at the undecided voters. And according to the polls, the undecided voters are about 10% of the registered voters. These are people who are looking for a reason to go to a particular camp and to vote. These are people who are still in the middle. They don't know whether to vote for Ruto or vote for Raila. Forget about the people, the diehards who are already decided. 10% could propel anyone into status. And from what I'm looking, this is a battle for this 10%. And these people are looking for any reason whatsoever. And anyone who would give them this reason, he will bag the 10%. And by portraying Ruto as a gullible and corrupt person, even to the extent of blackmailing and taking bribes from the president himself, Tujo is asking us, what do you think he will do to you and me as common mwananchi? He's asking the 10% that question. Number 2, the Mount Kenya votes, which are very crucial in this election. If you look at the attacks on Ruto that Uhuru made in Naivasha, the audience and where he made them, from then, coupled with what Tuju said, then and only then you begin to get a clear picture of where this is going. The Mount Kenya voters, Ruto has been telling Kikuyus that they owe him for supporting Uhuru in 2013 and 2017 and for standing with him when Raila had launched an onslaught on him during the 2013 and 2017 elections. What this seeks to achieve is to tell the people of Mount Kenya that you don't owe Ruto anything because Uhuru paid him for his support, and so you as a people owe him nothing. Tuju, and by extension, the president, is seeking to tell the people of Mount Kenya that you are not obliged to vote for Ruto. Ruto, as he has been telling you, does not have, um, uh, or rather, the people of Mount Kenya do not owe Ruto anything because he was paid fully when he signed a deal with the president. And the third reason I'm thinking now is the hypothesis that I've always had about the president coming out to attack Ruto, then retreating back to watch as Ruto fries himself by attacking the president. My theory is that the president is just provoking Ruto to have him come out and attack him. He has been doing this lately, and Ruto, without even thinking, has always fallen for it. I'm yet to see if this time round he will fall for it. And by attacking his boss, the deputy president has always come out as disrespectful and unworthy of the State House. And this has always worked so well for President Uhuru Kenyatta. The effect of all this, as I said earlier, in politics, things don't just happen. They are made to happen and to achieve a certain goal. From these events, I can clearly tell you that the president has no intent whatsoever to have Ruto succeed him. And he is working on that very seriously behind the scenes and on the scenes. The net effect of all this will be a subject of historians and political pundits in the years to come. That is my take, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think? Comment and tell us your thoughts. Whether you agree with me or even whether you disagree with me, please comment and tell me. You are welcome anytime to suggest anything about the channel. You're welcome to suggest a topic we can discuss next. And please remember to subscribe. And if you liked this episode, please share. See you next time. Thank you.